have Deja Clem, Nicholas Cordell, Joshua Guzman Gaitan, and Emma Pardo here to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Thank you. First, we'd like to welcome all of the families and friends of our wonderful graduates here today. And I would like to introduce Dr. Haley, Superintendent of Cotati-Roanoke Park School District, Assistant Superintendent Julie Sinyard, Board President of Cotati-Roanoke Park School District, Tracy Farrell, Clerk Mark Orloff, Trustee Jennifer Wilchermuth, Trustee Les Brown, and Trustee Tim Nahn. I am very honored to be the first to congratulate the graduating class of 2017. You have all exhibited a great deal of heart and determination. Each one of you has experienced different successes and challenges you've strived to overcome throughout your 4 years. And we have all arrived here together today. And I, for one, am very proud of you all. Now that you are about to face bigger changes, challenges, and exciting futures, know that you left an impact on Technology High School, the whole community. I hope Technology High School had a positive impact on you and helped you develop the skills to face those challenges and take advantage of the opportunities your journey has to offer. I wish you the fulfillment in your next steps forward, wherever they may be. Today, we are commemorating the huge milestone of high school graduation for each and every one of you today. Every graduate is equally honored, and our staff and distinguished guests join your families in the pride they have for your accomplishments. The students who have earned the privilege of speaking here today have worked very hard in their speeches, and we ask that you respect their efforts with your attention. We know that you're really excited to hear your graduate's name. Please remember it's important for the next graduate's family to hear their names as well. Please refrain from any excessive celebratory noise that would distract from the next graduate. We have arranged to have a photographer, Robert Grant, to take photographs of each student as they receive their diplomas. Students have the information on how to access the photos, and it's also on the Facebook group page and our website. So please welcome our first speaker today, Salutatorian Kenneth Shin.
Hello everyone. Thank you all for coming to Tech High's graduation for the class of 2017. Congratulations to all graduating today. It's been quite a wild journey, but we're finally here. It's crazy to think that most of us here, standing or sitting on this stage, were born in 1999, the last year of the entire second millennium. An incredible amount of human progress had occurred during the great span of time. It saw great civilizations rise. It saw masterpieces of music, art, and literature. It saw the birth of advanced math, science, and technology. And at the end of its triumphant course, it saw a brand new generation of kids, bright activists and thinkers that are, as of today, entering an ever-changing world. Now, this world is confronted with a stage of turbulence. It's truly up to us and our friends from all around the world to embrace each other's differences and maintain this momentum of progress that unfortunately seems to be drifting away from sight. In our upcoming years, we have a lot of work to do. We will have to make compromises and we will have to make sacrifices. Likewise, the great 19th century composer, Franz Liszt, perfectly sums up our impending social responsibility when he said, "In life, one must decide whether to conjugate the verb to have or the verb to be." However, I'm sure that everyone here with your diversity of passions and talents, will make a lasting impact for more generations to come. Next, I would like to thank all of my classmates, teachers, and friends who have personally helped me through my journey of high school. I have to give a special shout out to Professor Marilyn Thompson, Coach Annette Wayner, and to all of those who taught me what it means to be the best of friends. Finally, thank you to my resilient, selfless, and loving parents. Mom and Dad, you have supported me through it all. And looking back at my past childhood, I refuse to believe that you two are anything but real-life superheroes with the ability to stand up to anything, be everywhere, and do everything. I love you both more than words can ever describe. Once again, congratulations to all of Tech High's class of 2017. I can't wait to hear about all the incredible things you all do in our upcoming years. It is my honor to introduce senior speaker, Miranda Picorni.
Hi guys. Ooh, that's fun. I'm going to try my best not to cry, but no promises here. Imagine for a second that it's the first day of freshman year, August 20th, 2013. A day I will never forget. I woke up and I dragged myself around the house to get ready. I made it to school and my mom had to force me out of the car, even though I pleaded to stay. I slowly walked myself to the front entrance of Tech High, dreading the next 4 years to come. I was about to walk into a place where I knew no one, a hall packed full of unfamiliar faces. And you could say I was a little less than thrilled. I think of that first day a lot. I remember meeting a lot of you for the first time. I remember Miss Woods asking us what we wanted to do after high school. And I remember going to my very first of many engineering classes. In those classes, I learned so many lessons that I will take with me for the rest of my life. After the Rube Goldberg's meticulous rules and requirements, I learned that following directions is definitely a life skill. During sophomore year, when you have 2 or 3 weeks to write your scientific paper, you learn how to procrastinate until the very last minute and still manage to get done just before midnight. Ms. King taught me countless times that you could do almost anything as long as you do it fearlessly. Being on the robotics team taught me that sometimes you can look at a problem 100 times and you can't find the solution. But the 101st time you realize that the answer was right in front of you the whole time. Every engineering project that broke, and they all did, taught me that you can fix almost anything with hot glue and duct tape. Tech High has shown me that no matter what you do, it only matters if you do it advantageously. I have been taught that no matter how many times life knocks you down, all you have to do is get up, fix your hair, and try again. But the most important lesson I was taught was that I am intellectually inferior to no one. Within these halls, we've all done some growing, and Tech High has helped us all grow into mature young adults who are ready for what life throws at us. We never had the typical high school experience, but we got so much more. We had a place where our teachers actually knew us and cared about us, and a place where we were allowed to make mistakes. Tech High is a place that teaches young adults how to embrace the changes as they go and helps their students grow not just as scholars, but into incredible people as well. As scary as change is, we've learned to welcome it. We've learned that we may not always like what life throws at us, but you will make it through, and who knows, you may end up liking it anyways. I entered this school as a little girl with big dreams of becoming an engineer, and now I leave this school a slightly taller girl with bigger dreams of making a change in other little girls' lives. Tech High has impacted me in a way I would have never imagined, and it has pushed each of us into fields that we never even thought possible. So now, I walk out of those doors, thankful that my mom pushed me out of the car that first day, because I would not be who I am today without Tech High and without all of you. I want to thank each of my classmates for letting me be a part of their lives for the past 4 years. I'm thankful I didn't have the typical high school experience, because most people don't know their classmates' last names and haven't had a class with every single one of them. These 4 years have been so personal and filled with stories that we'll tell our children and grandchildren. We've had a lot of laughs, 4 principals, a few hardships, and a couple of tears. So thank you for letting me be a part of something greater than myself. It is something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. It is my honor to introduce our senior speaker, Lauren McCullough.
All right, before I start here today, I have 2 things. One, I'm going to make you all take a selfie with me. Picture of a lifetime. Thanks. And the second one is that I would like to thank everyone who heard this speech before it will be delivered today. It really wouldn't be the same without you. And so let's start in. I'm going to start out by quoting Abraham Lincoln. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here. I quote this because no one remembers the graduation speech. I barely remember this speech, and I hope that in a few years you forget it too, so I can come to the 10-year reunion and no one makes fun of me. So I've been drafting this speech in my head for the last 4 years, and I'll admit that it's changed quite a bit. I think we can all agree that we've changed since freshman year too. Hopefully, we all have better haircuts and music taste. I know I do. Believe it or not, I used to have scene kid bangs. But since then, we've grown. We've seen the murals on the walls painted and then painted over. We've mourned Dr. Immel, we have survived senior projects, and we've weathered changes in principles. We didn't do it all together, but we also didn't do it alone. Not everyone has experienced these last 4 years the same, but it has still brought you here to graduation. And this is exactly where you should be right now, sitting in your chairs, wondering how long until this speech is over. So, in the spirit of doing just that, let's throw it back to 2013. Take a moment to think about you as a freshman and what you would have thought was a good idea for a graduation speech. I probably would have said something about friendship and loyalty. I still thought that I was going to be friends with the same people through high school. Hindsight 2020. But there's something to be said about loyalty and friendship. High school facilitates these relationships, whether we like it or not. We pick specific people to be our lab partners. We give high fives in the hall. We visit these people at work. We come up with catchy names for our friends groups. And we do it because there's something that's comforting in knowing that when you go to school, there's going to be someone there who you want to see. Personally, that's what gets me out the door and into Zwing's first period, mostly on time. The community here really isn't like anything else. I found so many people that I've had the blessing and privilege of being friends with whom I treasure every moment I'm with them. And I found most of them right here at Tech. I like to say that we're all one big clique. Yeah, there's drama, but we recover, we heal, we move on, and then we make a meme out of it. I like to think that the kids here are committed to their friends just as much as they're committed to the community, and that's something I really haven't seen anywhere else. Now, I ask that you think back to sophomore year. What would you have told a graduating class then? Sophomore year, I probably would have said something along the lines of not taking crap, but still being kind, friendly, and forgiving. Sort of like a burnt marshmallow. On the outside, you look and taste pretty bitter and crunchy, but on the inside, you're sweet and soft. Know your limits on what you'll take from people. Make sure they don't cross them, but also let people know that it's okay to make a mistake. The iron fist approach only works if you don't make mistakes, and frankly, we can't all be Bajan Fard. Now think about junior year. What would you have said to a group of graduating seniors? This was my first year at Tech, most of which I spent covered in sawdust, paint, or both, and I would have made a speech about finding a place for yourself. When you go into life after graduation, it'll be a completely new place, a new community, for some of you, a new city. You may not know anyone, or you still may have most of your friends group. One thing is for certain though, you will have to carve out a place for yourself. So stay humble. Don't go into life expecting it to be about you. Come in with the respect, dignity, and knowledge that this place existed before you, and it will probably exist after. Your time there will be important, but think of a new culture like that putty you get by mixing cornstarch and water. It's a non-Newtonian fluid. If you go in hard, it will be hard back. If you go in softly, you'll have an easier time. Remember, there are nice people everywhere, and if you can't find one, be one. Or use the millennial texting devil machines to contact one. I guarantee you, if you text enough people, it's statistically impossible that no one will text you back. Now, we come back to the present. Think about what you would say to the senior class if you were giving this speech. Would you thank them for the time they spent with you? Would you try and say something wise? Would you try and make them laugh? I'm trying to do all three. Not sure how I'm doing on the last one though. One thing I want to say to you for this year is this. Calm down. You're going to be fine. I know, it's stressful. The future is staring you in the face, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be fine. You have to take what comes and work with it. Yeah, you can't control what colleges you got into, but you can still study for your dream job. You can't control your future, but you can still make it what you want. The point of this wisdom nugget is to let you know that there will always be ways around the roadblocks you face. A lot of them mean that you'll have to rely on your friends and family, but that's not a bad thing. The ability to rise to a challenge and work with it is one that will serve you well in life. So when your future boss is getting on you about all your papers due, or your drill sergeant is being difficult, or your roommate decides to be out the one time you forget your key, roll up your sleeves, get in there, and know that your time at Tech High has prepared you for it. You've been through Tory tests, junior movie, Kappa night, and let's be honest, we were all doing that on less than 6 hours of sleep with prom on the same day. I promise, if we ever get a full night's rest and some motivation back, we'll be unstoppable. No matter what you thought you'd say to this class, what I thought would be a good idea, what knowledge I wanted to impart, in the spirit of accepting that which I can't change and working with it, I'll give my hopes for the class of Tech High 2017. I hope you never stain your favorite shirt. I hope your friends call you on your birthday. I hope you always know someone loves you. I hope your problems don't turn you bitter. I hope that you understand your mistakes and why they were mistakes. I hope that you find a place where you're comfortable, but not so much that you don't grow. And, in the words of freshman me, I hope you never forget how good it feels to sleep with the windows open. It is my pleasure to introduce Valedictorian Dave Wynn.
Hi, my name is Dave Wynn. I'm not great at writing speeches. Every time I've had to write one, whether it was for our science debate or English class, it was always just an essay that I read aloud. When I was told I had to write a speech to read aloud today, I decided I should do some research. On YouTube, I found a few inspiring speeches. One was about how the 4 years of high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, were analogous to the 4 stages of solving a Rubik's Cube. Some of those speeches were memorable and some cliche, but still enjoyable. Generally, they all convey the sense that graduation isn't an end, but a beginning. At the end of 6th grade at Margaret Hahn Elementary, I remember we had a promotion. We walked across this bridge, which in reality was 2 wooden planks that were joined at an angle. In addition, they played Over the Rainbow, which I guess was supposed to signify that the bridge was some kind of metaphor for rainbow. After all of that, I remember thinking how I would miss my time there. At Lawrence Jones Middle School, I remember something a bit more involved. I was in the band playing alto saxophone, and we were playing Pop in Circumstance, the song that you just heard earlier today. The ceremony was significantly longer than my measly 6th grade assembly. Despite the amount of drama and fights that went on there, as well as always reeking of axe, I remember thinking how I would look back and reminisce on my time there. Here I stand today, 4 years later, and how I will remember these days. The freshman days where we were assigned weeks to complete a fairly easy movie or Rube Goldberg project, only to procrastinate to the last week or so, all the way to senior days where we have a week to write a paper, only to procrastinate to the last 3 hours or so. The days where we make fun of Zwing being proficient at math, or Tori for his tasteful jokes. The days where we are swamped with so much homework and so many tests that you question why you go here. Despite all that though, we as a class saw it through and closed the year out. In the future, I believe this class will be very successful in the ventures that they choose to pursue. Some of us I know are studying to pursue degrees in the medical field, computer science, physics, political science, and all sorts of disciplines. The future, however, is always unclear. We may always have concerns for what's to come. But if there's anything that this class knows, it's concerns and how to deal with them. I'd like to thank my family friends, and even friends' family for all the memories and support you've all given me. I'd also like to thank the faculty and staff for what you have taught us and done for us these past 4 years. Lastly, I'd like to thank the creators of SparkNotes and Slater.com because if it weren't for those resources, I would not be standing here today to congratulate this year's class of 2017. Keep in touch.
Graduates, please stand. Dr. Haley and members of the Board of Trustees, I certify that these students have met the graduation requirements of the state of California and the Cotati-Rohnert Park School District. It is a distinct honor for me to present to you the Technology High School graduating class of 2017.
On behalf of the Governing Board of Cotati-Rohnert Park Unified School District, it is my privilege to accept Technology High School's class of 2017 and congratulate them on their accomplishments. You may now be seated.
It is now the moment we have all been waiting for. Senior class council members Roger Chevalier and Lucan Kraushauer have been given the honor of announcing each of their classmates and will be the first to receive their diplomas. And Ms. Campos will be here to read their names.
Roger Chevalier. Lucan Kraushauer.
David Nguyen. Kenneth Shin. Miranda Pokorny. Lauren McCullough. Deja Clem. Nicholas Cordell. Joshua Guzman Gaitan. Emma Pardo. Lorenzo Aguirre. Gabriel Bostrom. Emily Baumsteiger. Luke Benson. Elizabeth Berg. Jackson Blake. Andre Bouvier. Sierra Brandon. Jane Bui Hamilton. Marcos Carbajal. Vanessa Carino. Sophia Charleston. Ethan Chumley. Robert Clark. Morgan Komeski. Lucille Davis.
Those people behind.
Molly Davis. Thea Dinsmore. Jesse Earl. Gavin Edwards. Dijon Bard. Ryan Fasano. Nicholas Giliazza. Kale Gibson.
You made it, Marcos.
Matthew Green. Asher Gregg. Matthew Guerra. Alexander James Gidry. Kai Hogman. Sarah Haley. Jordan Hart. Jacob Hardwick. Jordan Hardwick. Sedona Hatton. Uriel Herrera Aparicio. Chandler Hughes. Sorion Ing. Alexis Jewell.
Can somebody grab her?
Theodore Kell.
I'll do it. Thank you.
Joshua Lemmy. Molly Light.
Thank you.
Teodoro Malo Terral. Christian Mason Davis. Stephen McDowell. Tyler Meinhofer. Catherine Miller. Jacob Mitchell. Venice Marino. Ashley Nelson. Emery Namura. Brady O'Donnell. Roy Ochoa. Brian Bam. David Ramirez Cruz. Luis Ramos. Berkeley Rosenstein. Joseph Salerno. Zachary Shebrel. Christopher Sheota.
Can you get that guy out?
Jacob Slater. Caleb Slight. Matthew Spots.
I can't wait for the
Chloe Takata. Jacob Tawasha. Lucy Tuaua. Grant Joseph Uboldi. Kurt Brian Vega. Kobe Weinstein. George Yakub. Jun Chi Zhang. Kaylee Zwing.
Graduates, please stand. You may now move your tassel to the left, signifying that you are now a high school graduate. It is my pleasure to present the Technology High School class of 2017. Kaylee
Let's set this party on fire. waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Guys, what y'all trying to do? 24-karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Second verse for the hustlers, gangsters, bad bitches, and y'all friends. I cannot preach, I cannot preach. I gotta show them how I can't get it in. First, take your sip, do your dip, spend your money like money ain't shit. Ooh, ooh, way too fresh. Got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the